Hi guys, it's Borkson. Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome back if you've been here before. So today guys, video is the originals, least sexy to most sexy. Now guys, like I said in the video, we go as sexy by their personality. And sometimes a little bit of how they make me feel as a person watching their show. Okay guys, and I also wanted to add a little disclaimer. I haven't seen this show, like really sat down and watched an episode since its original airtime. Several years. So I have been watching clips a little bit on my phone and doing a lot of this by memory, so please keep this in mind that if I say something wrong, it's because I might remember or not remember something. So this is where we have Klaus, who is the original werewolf vampire hybrid, Elijah, his vampire brother, Jackson, Klaus's baby mama's husband. I say baby's wife, baby's mother's husband. Saying baby mama to me sounds low class. I don't know why. Marcel, who is the vampire that Klaus raised and treated like a son. Vincent, the town witch. I believe he might even be regent, or was going to be regent at one point. And Tristan, a vampire that Elijah turned. So guys, further ado, let's get into the rankings. So guys, like I said, I didn't really did this just by like how I feel, or by just by random completely, which is surprising. You guys know that if you guys watched my Hanson video, which I don't even know be up yet, so I'm not gonna spoil for you guys. I put Tristan as 1, which is like, what? Like, isn't Tristan like your favorite side character? Yes, Tristan D. Martell is my favorite side character. But I put him so low on the list only because we really don't know anything about him and his like romantic side with sexy personality. We don't know that much about his romantic side. This is why Tristan is written so low on the list. Now, if you guys think about going by the handsome list, he'd be right up there. 2 is Klaus, because Klaus really only was redeemed once Hope was born, once Haley had Hope. And no, Cammy redeemed Klaus. Cammy didn't redeem Klaus. Hope redeemed Klaus. He wanted to be a better person for Hope. Hope redeemed him, but thanks to all the things he did before, I don't think are forgivable. But yes, fatherhood made him a better person, a better man. I think that's wonderful. As someone whose own father said that when they were born, that it made him a better man, I agree. And so my own father said that. Father said he was always trying to be a good person, but after I was born, he tried to be an even better man, even better father for me than he was for my siblings. So I kind of can relate to Klaus. And that is why Klaus is so low on this list. Is because in some ways, his fathering skills, remind me a little of my own father. Like my father would have died for me. My father would have if it would have been me that was destined to fall down those stairs, I know my father would have taken that fall for me. Just like in the story that Klaus unalived for his daughter. I didn't remember that part, but yes, because of the hollow. Ooh, I'm giving spoilers a little bit for the show. And he decided to unalive him and his brother unalived each other so that Hope would live. Or something like that, guys. That's beautiful. 3, Elijah. The only reason Elijah's kind of low on the list for me is that, yes, Daniel Gillies is a handsome man, but I can find Daniel Gillies attractive without having a thing for him. I think that's just what it is. Like, you would say, works, I've said multiple times that Cole is my favorite character. A huge crush on Nathaniel Bazalich. I am proposed to Nathaniel Bazalich. Like, I am like, oh my goodness, yes I did. Yes I did. And Cole's my favorite character overall. And then Vincent is my second favorite. And then, well, of the originals, my favorite original is still Cole. My favorite original's character is Cole. My second favorite original is actually Finn. I didn't think that was going to be the case since I'm really old and getting I can really relate to Finn. And my favorite side character is Tristan. Yeah, so Elijah is a cool character. Like, he loves his niece. That's very attractive in my opinion. It's pretty sexy in my opinion. Anyway, for Jackson. Jackson's a good character, in my opinion. Like, Jackson wants to love his wife and his stepdaughter and his daughter, and he wants to be there for them, and he doesn't want. It just seems like he's a good character, and from what I remember, he got a really raw deal. But that, it is what it is. It's a show. Nathan. I don't call him Nathaniel for some reason, but Nathan Parsons is gorgeous, and he did other shows as well with other Vampire Diaries universe actors. So we'll definitely have to rate those. As I only seen a little bit of Roswell. Fun fact: his character is my favorite character in Roswell. 5. Marcel. So Marcel ends up with Rebecca. Spoiler alert! Sorry, I just said that. Spoiler alert. She ends up being Klaus ends up being his stepfather, his father figure. So he ends up almost being like a brother figure to Hope, and then he basically becomes her uncle. And he marries Rebecca, her aunt, who is one of the originals, who's Klaus and Elijah's sister. I'm like, okay. So the fact that he was raised with them as one of them, and then he always shown to be in love with Rebecca. Even when he was human, he was going to marry her. He was maybe 15 saying that. And spoiler, he does. So it's cute. And 6, who I think is the sexiest of all of them. And we don't really learn too much about Vincent's back character, other than the fact that he loves children. He was married to a witch who was pregnant, who ended up being really bad and wanted to unalive children, and Rebecca, spoiler, ended up getting input in her body, and Rebecca had a severe panic attack after finding out that the inhabitant of her body was unaliving and harming children. And it was a sad scene to watch, and hearing Marcel say, it's okay, Rebecca is just having a panic attack, is having an anxiety attack, just calm down. Basically, we know you would never do that, and I think that was cute. But those attacks are horrible. Understand, experience having attacks are horrible when you can't breathe and you're trying to get the words and it's all coming out. But anyway, Vincent was a nice character who didn't want to protect others. He wanted to be regent. I don't remember now if he actually became regent, the witch regent, or not, or if he wanted to, or if Davina did. I don't really remember too much now. As I said, I haven't seen this show in many years, but he was a cool character. He didn't unalive people on purpose, around hurting people. He just wanted to be good to them. He was trying to be good to the vampires. So remember, I'm going by memory, so he was a good character from my memory. And he's played by Yusuf Gatewood. I'll have trouble remembering his name. Okay, guys, if you guys like this kind of content and like to hear me babbling on about hot guys and shows and movies and all, comment, share, subscribe. Go and hit that bell for post notifications, guys. Please keep in mind, this is not the only kind of content I do. Not by far. I do dolls, stuffed animals, action figures, books, movies. These kind of talk about handsome men, shopping, I do vlogs. We do a little bit of everything on here to try and find a really good niche. Okay, guys. Love you all. Bye, guys.